Hey, it is me, MBT Sky, and we are dealing with the him and the her today. And what are their focus, whoever the him and the her is, in the relationship today? It's another love vibe. And if you know, sometimes my shuffling is like a little bit famous. So anyway, I'm using an oracle deck to get to the focus. And if we need to get some clarification, then I'll throw down regular stuff, the regular cards. Alright, so let's see what's going on with the him and the her. What is the focus today for him and her? Alright, so it says you deserve love and you are lovable. So this is a lovey-dovey kind of energy, the focus is. And this could also just simply be a conversation of this masculine understands that they deserve love, or this feminine understands that they deserve to be loved and that they are very lovable energies. So let's see why that's coming down here like that. Alright, so let's see what pops out. Alright, so we have Three of Wands here, fire energy. Three of Coins here, earth energy. So, the feminine principle is in discussion of working together. Working together to build, to create, understanding the importance of both individuals. The Three of Wands here, this one likes to contemplate, right? Likes to plan, likes to look for the future. So if you pay attention, if this comes down, if they are able to keep their other elements in balance, this is the planning, this is the working together, it's a nice thing, right? So let's see what else is going on here. So you got the Temperance here that comes down about balancing. You got this King of Wands energy here. This is a female that's dealing with a fire sign here. This masculine likes a balance, or requires a balance. This feminine principle here is, willing to work together and build and create with this masculine here. So let's see what else goes on. And I put them on opposite sides today. So let's see what else is going on here. The Page of Swords. And we have the Six of Cups. So let's understand that, working together, this is business oriented, very creative, very passionate energy. And also there may be some areas where this individual is, a little aggressive verbally sometimes. Outside of that aggression, there may be this other energy here. So let's look and see why is this two aspects of her masculine here, where he shows out his air and fire principle. Let's see. So Six of Coins, right? So if you're talking about the Six of Coins, then yes, this is two aspects of this particular individual where he can be very blunt and, very loose with how he communicates. Not saying that it's always a bad thing, but at the same time, he is very creative, very passionate, and can be very giving, and she knows that about him. So that's always cool. So let's see. As long as she's not taking advantage of it, and the giving comes from the working together, the building, the desire to build together, even though he could be a little bit harsh with his words sometimes. And he may not always be great with contracts and agreements, but that's sometimes, right? So here goes this conversation of messages and information coming in reference to finances. But this is also, how he is with his feminine. He'll give freely, Things may move a little bit slow sometimes, especially when he's in pondering energy. But usually it's a discussion of him balancing back out. You got this Six of Cups right here, right? Which is matching over here with this Six of Pentacles kind of situation. So, you know, he still deals with past issues, past memories, past thoughts and feelings. That usually will put him in this need to reponder and then rebalance and then decide whether, you know, he's going to be that giving, right? So let's see what's going on right here. So 2 cards come down, right? And so you have the Devil, you have this Capricorn energy, you have the 2 of Cups. So, you know, even though he can be a little bit stagnant and a deep thinker about certain things and go through and shift through past experiences and try to find patterns and try to maintain balances, especially within his relationships, especially when it comes to finances and stuff like that. One thing he does not like to do is be bound down or tied down. And I'm not saying tied down like in a bad way, but in, you know, it's like he gets into his thoughts. If you pay attention to how this falls, he gets into his thoughts about how he wants to do things because he understands that his past experiences have not always been good in certain areas, but he also understands the pureness and necessariness of having balance, especially within his partnerships and relationships, right? And so he doesn't want to get himself bound into things that, you know, is not really productive or conducive or makes him feel uncomfortable or safe. Even though, let's get it clear, this masculine deserves love, the feminine deserves love, regardless of the fact, okay? And she may see some potential in him and have always done so. And that's why she's probably always willing to work with him and back him up to some degree. Well, all of these came out, so we're just going to let them go. Got the Lovers. Yeah, this is definitely togetherness, okay? Wealth, health. All right, got this 7 of Wands here. This is after the success, right? Having access to the world. You got the Empress here. Very comfortable. Marriage involved, right? So this could be a married couple here, you know, investing. And she's invested a lot, right? She's gone through the success part. She's gone through the being defensive part, guarded part. Everything around them. You got the world coming here, right? And then you got this Empress. She gets everything she wants for the most part. And then this could also just be a discussion of their spiritual union and marriage and attachment to each other. And if you notice, the masculine is still sitting on this side. So yes, it always for him is going to be a need for balance within his relationship. And yes, he is giving, and yes, he does contemplate, and yes, he does still shift back into some of his old experiences and thoughts to make sure that he's not making wrong decisions. And but he understands the purity in it. And so yeah, the love is there, and both understand the importance of knowing what they deserve. And if they don't, it wouldn't even make sense. This is why this couple was together. Okay, they know that. They understand that, regardless of the fact. So anyway, and then the Moon. So even when things are not very clear, you know, when things are not very clear to this couple, one thing that would allow them to kind of regroup, rebalance out, and stay together and continue to work on it is the fact that regardless, they understand that they deserve each other. They deserve love from each other, and that's what always brings some type of balance back between these two. So this is definitely a nice lovey-dovey energy, and the feminine really focuses on the masculine, and behind the scenes always has this desire to want to work with the masculine, knowing that the masculine will do just about anything for the most part, you know, as long as it's within reason and within balance, all right? So yeah, she's good. She's good. She's good. She's good. And she's good. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a nice little reading, even though she had a lot to say about it. And that's fine. But this is somebody that could be very passionate, a feminine that could be a very passionate energy, and even in business can be aggressive and may picked up some of that from her masculine. So anyway, this is today's love reading. Shout out to the him and her. Enjoy. There's a lot of major arcanas up here, right? And that lets you know that this is etheric. So the foundation of it is it moved through the ethers that way. Period. For those This is about a stable relationship, union, and marriage. If you are not in a stable relationship or a union or a marriage, understand that the ethos is going to move it in place. Just pay attention and understand what you deserve, and that connection will come. As soon as you understand what you deserve, regardless of what you experience, he's going to understand, and vice versa, and that gravitational pull will take place straight through the ethers. So anyway, smooches and deuces.